What's up, everybody? Team awards for the New York Jets. This is Tyson Roush. Let's Talk Jets Radio. Obviously, Jamal Adams is the guy. He was voted by his teammates for the second year in a row. Easily the best player on the field, best player on the team, Pro Bowl caliber and Pro Bowl guy, all pro level guy, just a player you can build your defense around. Is due an enormous contract from the Jets. Hopefully he gets it before he gets traded. And you look at that, you can make for terms of defensive MVP, you can make a very good case for Greg Williams, who had to overcome a ridiculous amount of injuries from C.J. Mosley to Avery Williamson to Trumaine Johnson. He missed Jamal for a game or two, and it's like every day he's missing somebody else, and he just kept cruising along with the best run defense of football, getting after it, generating a pass rush with a very banged-up, decimated secondary. So Greg Williams can get it, but obviously it's going to be Jamal Adams. Offensive MVP, for me, it's Sam Darnold. I mean, Le'Veon Bell, we expected a lot more out of. Unfortunately, due for a variety of circumstances, it didn't happen. Robbie Anderson, had a good year, but Sam Darnold overcoming a ridiculous amount of adversity from the mono to the injuries to the play calling to the bad offensive line, and Sam hung in there, so I give it to him. Rookie of the year for me is Kyle Phillips over Bless Austin. Kyle Phillips came out of nowhere. I mean, we didn't know who he was, and he almost made Leo Williams expendable. So I think the Jets were going to trade Leonard Williams anyway, but Kyle Phillips came out of nowhere, a very productive player, a building block as the Jets move forward. Most improved player, you could look at a bunch of different people. You could say Robbie Anderson. You could say Nathan Shepard, who also came out of nowhere, coming off a suspension. Nobody really expected anything, and you're like, hey, where did this guy come from? So Nathan Shepard can get that. You can look at Jamal Adams also, Robbie Anderson, like I said. But, breakout player was Ryan Griffin, who none of us expected to do anything, and all of a sudden became Sam's safety valve. Scoring touchdowns, got a new contract, and especially with Chris Herndon being out, he really started the big role for this team before he got hurt. So for me, it's Ryan Griffin, and I'm trying to think what else is left. Oh, underrated player. There's a lot of different guys on this one, but I'm going to say Jonathan Harrison. The Jets kind of just pushed him aside when they brought in Ryan Khalil, and lo and behold, Jonathan Harrison was the better player. So it'll be interesting to see how the Jets handle the center position going forward. Do they rely on Harrison? Do they go in a different direction? But he was a much better fill-in there than Khalil. Kelvin Beachum was another guy that a lot of Jet fans want to get rid of, but when he came back, the offensive line did get solidified. How do you handle left tackle going forward? I don't know, but you can make an argument to bring him back as a stopgap if you have to. So, two guys there I'd like to mention. In terms of another player, I just want to mention Bilal Powell as just come back from injury. He had a very serious injury, almost career-ending. Not only did he come back, he came back with a fury and played very well. I'd like to see him back next year. I mean, I think another one-year deal and see what happens. So, some thoughts on some players and awards. I hope you like it. This season's been a train wreck. I expect nothing on Sunday. It's going to be like a preseason game because the Bills aren't going to play their starters all that long. Meaningless, and we'll see what happens in the offseason. Talk to you then.